Goddess, Professional High Priestess. I just wanted to come on here and put a message out for you guys. I told you that, and I apologize for my voice too, but I told you guys that about 3 days ago, I said that you're going to see Leon at his job work his hand legally, and you're going to see something put into the media. And I just wanted to tell you guys that you guys know that the current president, or the person that's supposed to be acting as the president, is Joe Biden. Do you guys know that his son is going to prison for 17 years because they were playing with money laundering and they were playing with tax evasion, but they were the ones that made that platform where you were going into people's Cash App and Venmo accounts and bank accounts and moving money around. And this is where you also get them closing people's account all at once who were playing with the platform, and then people that were getting money put into their accounts, and then people that were having their money stolen, and then they weren't getting their justice in the court or in the banking system, and then the banking system is crashing. I'm really happy to see this because you guys have to understand. I was crying earlier because I'm happy to hear this and see this upon a few other things that are going on, which is this platform that they started using on people. It has to be completely shut down. There's going to come a time where I go online and I'm going to say, this is still on. And every single day that it's on, it's going to be several rounds of killing and arrests. It has to get turned off with what just came out and who I notified and the process that I lay down for people that are trying to, help themselves. I would say take your insurance and go see people in your family network that are licensed clinicians. You need to tell them about the technology and get these papers. This is for people that are in immediate chaos with the technology, and people are trying to say that they're crazy and play with land rights and stuff like that. Get that. I've been completely cleared. I've been completely cleared, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. But the biggest thing here is I was crying because these people destroyed so many innocent people and children unnecessarily. And you guys sat here thinking that it was funny to play with me. Oh, they're stealing all her money. Now look at this. Why the fuck would you wake up and you think that something like that is funny? And you're playing with white people that have no sense and they're schizophrenic. You're playing with schizophrenic white men that practice pedophilia. It's a chemical equation in their body. When they don't get to practice pedophilia or play with children specifically, unnecessarily, mainly people of color and children of color, it activates a chemical sequence in their body and they start doing more. Why the fuck would you wake up and think that is cute? And then you're complaining that there's no money for you and that there's things are going left. I'm so happy that they charged him and that he's going to jail, because if they're able to do that, right, and the president's son is going to jail, that means that something went very far with the feds. Something went really far with white supremacy being exposed, and it's over. You guys have to also understand the computer is breaking. People want new things in our system. And I was just thinking the other day, why are we even here? You guys don't, a lot of people don't deserve this. They don't deserve for us to clean up the planet. We can clean up this planet today. We can make chemicals that absorb all of the sewage and it's off the planet and it turns into like a fine powder that you can like burn into nothing. We can get rid of all the bodies that are on the planet because you're not supposed to be burying people on the planet. We can clear all the water. We can plant all these new things. But why though? You guys didn't work for it and you guys don't deserve it, because children are being destroyed and you guys in your little capacity, I know that my subbies are doing a lot because they're telling people and things are really moving. You guys, we're a small but mighty army. And we are here. And I know you guys are telling people and talking about this and getting people active in this. But there needs to be a lot more. There needs to be a lot more that ends up happening. People need to see just how far it's gone with the virtual reality and what happened to people's children, especially people of color, and what's coming out with people of color in space and aquatic functions. That's very serious. That's very serious for us to be sitting here playing. And we're part aquatic. I'm part octopus. What do you mean? That's so out of control, and people running around with diseases that are unnecessary because they don't know that they're part aquatic. I just had to say something. I was crying this morning because I was so happy. Like, thank God, God is finally moving things around. I felt an energy too, an energy shift because I'm leaving LA. Something just clicked, and I found two herbs. I'm gonna do a herbal training for you guys. There's a lot in this herbal training, but I'm going to do one for you guys. And I know that people are going to want to do it in person, but I'm not open to doing that online or in person, these trainings. It's just a few of them that I'm going to start showing you, but some of them don't want to be identified. She wants to be identified. She's turning into Uyao. There's something about leaves, portals on leaves, and then also tree bark, and them carrying certain chemical sequences. I was leaving somewhere today where I was just storing all my stuff, and I saw two of these specific herbs out in front of the door, and I said, "There's no way that you came here naturally because I've been standing here waiting for the door to open, and I didn't see you when I turned around and I saw these two leaves on the floor." You guys have to understand when this Anuak comes down, they're very powerful, so they can move things around. Only Anuak can activate teleportation, and they've not agreed in total to activate teleportation just yet. I don't know what that looks like on the planet for teleporting to be back on again. I think it's just gonna happen for certain animals, and then for waste and people that passed away to get removed from the planet. I don't know what that looks like, us being able to move back and forth, right? You guys have to understand, we have spaceships. We're going back and forth to space. That's showing you that there's a certain magic that's here on the planet. One of the Anuak herbs says the minute that I leave LA, there's going to be a bloody war. There was another one too. There's something about stillbirths. 18 stillbirths are going to happen. I don't know who. Four of them are in Koreatown. I don't know who, but this is the beginning of this war. And it was crazy because last night the blanket that I slept with was one of my like it was one for maternal child warfare, and they were talking about these 18 deaths of the children are going to end up being very out of control because of what their families got involved in. You can't destroy other people's children and expect for yours not to be destroyed. That time is over. You guys can't play like that anymore. That's done for. And then another thing here too is about the internet and how the internet is completely done and people want more than AI. But the chemical that was running that AI stuff, the intelligence that they were needing, it's it's running out. They're running out of that. And then also it's very harmful for the environment. So running that chemical to keep up this AI thing. It's not even really AI. What it is where I can look at a plant and I can tap into her database and say, "Oh, you have a octagon with a four. The warfare that they choose to wage against you will be returned in full. They'll be caught in the center of their war and they will never be able to get out of it." Okay, that's AI where I can like tap in and see stuff like that. Let me ask this purple octopus that's around here playing games with sound technology and looking for a rabbit to play with magic. Because rabbits make movies in space. A lot of the stuff like where it zooms in and it's like this, right? Well, check me out, like that stuff like that, and like where it's slow motion. Those are the rabbits doing that, right? So I'm gonna ask her for one of her speeches. She's a purple octopus. She's not on the planet. She's giving me a circle with an A. God always wages war for me. I know I'm a child of God. Because I'm of God, God is going to step in and show her hand in my warfare. Okay. God shows her hand in my warfare. That's another octopus too. This one is an Ethiopian octopus. God shows her hand in my warfare always. And you guys think that it's just me that can use this. Why aren't you why don't you guys use your tools? Why is it just me that's working here and some of my subscribers? Why aren't you guys using your tools? You have to use the tools that we gave to you guys. Once I found out about this, I did this every day. You saw the notebooks that I have. You guys have to step in. Daisy, how do I do this? I've always told you guys how to do this. You can either, when you tap in, you have to accept the Akasha and say, "I accept the Akasha to work with you," or "I accept the Akasha," or "I accept the work that you did on me for my upgrade. I accept the new DNA." You guys have to accept it because people can't just do magic on you recklessly and unnecessarily. That's done. Not even your higher self. If my higher self does magic on me, I have to approve that magic. The only type of magic that can work on you is if you're having sex with certain people, or if you're doing certain things with plants or animals, like cotton. I just thought about this. Would I use a rose to wipe my ass? No, but why are we doing that with cotton? She cursed the fuck out of me. I used the tampon and then they try to make some like uterus apparatus thing for me where different people were trying to touch me up from afar and I could feel all of that. Because she wanted to show me this is why you don't use me. I didn't know that though, so I had to clean up my Akasha and I promised her, okay, first, I'm gonna ban you from my planet because you lost your mind. Then I'm gonna give you a new etheric database. So anybody that's using all of this for tampons or for wiping their ass or whatever, their DNA doesn't get merged with your DNA because that's the biggest thing. You guys, I didn't really understand how much they suffered because of us and our lifestyle on the planet, the plants and the animals. I didn't really see all that they had to deal with until they cursed the fuck out of me. And then I saw, that's why I said some of this, when I went through all this chaos, that's why I said some of this a little bit I deserved because I didn't know that I was using all this stuff and it was causing so much drama. You have rabbits. A rabbit is one of the most powerful beings in any universe. They're straight magic and they're at that homeless shelter getting ready to be euthanized. That is demonic and it's disastrous. And I have to say that because I saw all of this and I said, a rabbit is just as powerful as me. A rabbit is just as sacred as me. Why would her life mean any different because she's small? Even dogs, some of these dogs, like Jindo dogs shut down half of Korea. Everyone died. And they trafficked all the Koreans out of China. I don't know if you guys saw that in the news. They removed all the Koreans from China. There was a certain part of China they snuck in there. They removed them. And it was the Jindo dog with medals, getting their phones tapped, tracking their cars, tracking their computers. They're very powerful. And that's why I say, you guys, we have to use our tools, especially in this next level of the war. I don't know what's going to happen in LA, but I know that I'm just crying because I know it's going to be bloody and people are going to die. If you don't pay attention, you will die in this war. They shouldn't have started what they started with this technology. It's going to go very, very, very far. They played with me. Look at me right here. They can't kill me. They can't do anything to me or Leon. Whatever they do to us ends up happening 3,000 fold. They're trying to keep me on this planet because if I leave this planet, this whole planet gets shut down and the whites go into the dua immediately. This planet is going to turn into a dua for whites. They're going to stay here and have to go clean up all those bodies, pick up all those children, clean up all these sewers. That's going to be their job. That's how they're going to make their wages. From owning these streets to sweeping these streets. That's what's going to end up happening. LA is going to turn into a war zone. They wanted me to leave this place so that they can stop targeting me unnecessarily. But you guys have to pay attention to some of the stuff that's going on in the media. It's a few screenshots that I have on my phone. I wanted to say yesterday, after this whole talk of evening white officer and then Juliana Cottrell, I just wanted to pull my energy into that. Like, I'm begging you, I'm asking God to please compel you. Don't pull my energy into that at all. I'm already dealing with so much. I'm trying to help people and trying to help myself and trying to help Leon and other agents get out of their job and end these investigations. Please don't pull me in that. I'm begging you, please. It's going to end up being in court. I saw this last night. Because something came up with the Kardashians and the Haney family with the Make-Off platform. You guys have to understand, when I was talking about Matt Haney and his sister playing with this platform, it's not just them. It's the Kardashians and all their family. They got it from the feds because they all play with the feds. They traffic people. They start stuff. They get pulled in for questioning. They do this. They do that. They have connections and they were playing with that platform. That's the problem. Juliana's birthday, September 28th, and this rolled by. They're going to use this against them too. Like, there's too many coincidences of this popping up. After talks of her and this police officer looking alike, and this lady, her badge number is 37148, 37814. I told you that number is going to keep on coming up. Some Californians will receive $2,400 who are released from prison a month. How? And there's people homeless on the street. I also wanted to show you guys this. I wanted to show you this, how they play with my channel. This so you know how serious this is. I'm streaming on YouTube, right? And look, in our chat, we have 120 people at one time in our chat watching this at once. After they edited all my videos, you guys have to understand, thousands of people watching my channel, they put an algorithm to edit all my videos by percentage. Look at this. Look at this with the eagle and the police car. I just wanted to tell you guys that like I just said, when I leave LA, they're gonna wage a war. I don't know what this is gonna look like, but they already have their people targeted. They wanted me to get out. Once I get back to Oakland, they're gonna wage war in Oakland and show everyone what happened with this technology. A lot of people are just not finding out that people died, that people got sick, that people got went to jail, that people lost everything. Look what happened to San Francisco. This is one of the most tragic things I've ever seen. I worked downtown San Francisco for years. This is the most chaotic thing that has happened. It's all falling down. It is. Yeah, there's more than 14 people in the chat. There's about like 60 something people in the chat right now watching this. You guys have to realize that this went international, so they're trying to make it seem like it didn't, but they're not confusing anybody because we already know. They're only making people more mad that they're trying to confuse them, and they know better. And everything is closing. Look at this. This is the disaster. This is the whole economy of San Francisco. Because where do most of these people work? They're also rescheduling the bus, having less bus times because they don't have enough they can't pay enough drivers. There's so much stuff going on with budget cuts and them trying to print money and move money around. We own the paper that you can print money on in the Akasha. That's another thing too. How come we didn't know this? We've been know this, you guys. If we own the Akasha for money, the color of money, the paper and the tree that they put money on, why are they going so far with digital? Now we own plastic. We own the specific plastic and then the metal for the chips. Now we own that completely because of how they played with all of our credit cards and debit cards and try to lock us out of that system. Everything is closing and everything is dying. And people think that this is like, oh, I'm telling you, I'm going to show you this one more time with the eagle. Because the eagle, that's one of the magic that we brought down to use on people. And this is, I was seeing this as I'm leaving LA. This is a war that's about to happen. You guys have to be careful with playing on that computer, starting anything with in Gaza or Palestine, playing at all with any type of division politics, getting online and playing with these terror holes or playing with these delusional ass females. Why are they so obsessed with my life? Because they're jealous of me and you're mentally ill. Everything I go through, I bounce back from 20 times. I will be in LA again within the next month to come and get all my stuff to move again. That's nothing to me. I've dealt with stuff like this, but what happens to other people is eternal. There's people that work in social work and people don't know that they live in tent cities. And they're running around and they have a rug for a bed. That's how they live because of what they did to different people and people's kids. Look what happened in LA with the cartel. The border got closed. People ended up getting put across the border. Mass deportations. People got their kids trafficked after they worked for the government. Look what came out with Nicaragua and El Salvador and Guatemala with those wars and aliens. Look what came out with the cartel and how there's nothing in the store. Did you notice that? We did that the other day. There's nothing in the store. All the pharmaceuticals are gone. All the pharmaceuticals are gone. All the crops are gone. There's no more vegan food. They took the crop back for that. All the herbs that you guys we used to get for cheap, they took away all the specialty herbs. There's no more fennel. And anise is going too because that's some of the herb that they used to put in the food for magic for Chiang because it covered up the taste and the smell of the human body and charred flesh. I also want to point out something. Some of the meat got mixed in all over the place. If your meat is cooking really quickly and it's charring, turning black really quickly, that's human meat. And please don't eat that. So, anyways, I just wanted to say that there's nothing that they did to me that did not get exposed. Look what's going on in the government right now. They're talking about Donald Trump being the president again. You never know what's going to end up happening with that. And I'm only mentioning that after all that come out. Aquatic beings in space, we're still talking about that. That's so low. After all of that has come out, why is that still coming up? Because this is the end of their system. If they're getting charged and they're getting hit, that's the end of it. There's a lot of black and brown agents that they thought were going to come in, date white women, and they didn't, and they did their job. And shit blew up in their face. I just have to keep on telling you guys, please keep on watching the news, keep on using those tools. Use the Anuak herb, use your octopus, work with your aquatic being, work with your rabbit. I'm not the only one that has a rabbit. There's thousands of rabbits on the planet. Why would I be the only one with a rabbit or an octopus or an aquatic being? Some of you guys that's you too. Some of you guys don't know. I've never been on this planet. The last time I was on this planet was 8 million years ago. This is my first time being on this planet. Since then, I didn't do reincarnation. Some of you guys, the last time you guys were on this planet was the only time you were on this planet is they teleported you here. You were here for slavery. And then they used a copy of your DNA by teleporting you and made you come down here again through reproduction. You guys have to really clean that up too. That's a lot of trauma for a lot of people. A lot of people don't know that that's the last time that they were on this planet. So you need to clean that up. Some of you guys are getting jealous and getting mad. You gave up everything in the war because you were getting jealous. Look at Rocky. Rocky had an octopus. Rocky lost everything because he was playing with Robin and got jealous because he saw Joseph Cinque. Joseph Cinque is one of his ancestors and said, "I won't work with you anymore because you're playing with rat bitches." And he got mad at me like I took away one of his his higher self or his guide. Why would that be my problem? Look what happened with everyone that was involved in this. Look what happened with Diamante. She lost her octopus because she kept on wearing weave, and they kept on telling her that that weave is from a graveyard. You're wearing the hair of a dead person. You guys were getting jealous and fighting with me, and then you lost your octopus, and you lost your aquatic functions, or you lost your sacred being. You lost your Jindo dog. You lost your flower. Why are you fighting with me? And you're beefing with me so hard. I'm just one person on the planet. I have problems too. I'm not perfect. People chase me. They harass me. I try my best just to be with God and to ignore it. You're going so far in this. Why? You're playing with Castle. He's a rapist. You're playing with pedophiles that have sex with their family. Why? And then you want to play with aquatic functions. You can't do both. I didn't do both. I didn't play and then get this. Look at the chemistry work. Me and me alone, I own chemistry on the planet. How do I get that? I put you in the Akasha. You start working with your Anuak. Start learning, start taking notes, and start doing all that. Then boom, you get your Akasha. How do I do this? Go on the internet, open up a YouTube video or make a video, spraying different perfumes, making environments on the internet. The rabbits like to play with it. Things like to play with it. The other plants like to play with it because their photos are online. It gives them things to do. Then they give you Akasha so you can work. Look at this plant right here. I'm just gonna name one of them. This one. Some of you guys have seen this one. She has a fragrance. She was me the Akasha for fragrances. I can own a fragrance company because I helped her, because people were playing with her in space, and that's why she turned off her ability to have scent. She turned off her psychedelics because she didn't want people tampering with her and damaging her. So I started teaching all the perfume people about how to take better care of the plants and how not to do damaging things to the plants and the environment. So she blessed me and said, "Here, you're gonna work with my sister, and then you can have a fragrance business where you guys can reprogram all these different perfumes." And look, now I'm discounting all of them. So you can go to the store, just contact them, and you can get all this for wholesale and start your own company. You can take one bottle and then you can get 3 bottles out of that when you mix me with this and a little bit of oil and a little bit of alcohol. That's all that it takes. And then you guys start to build your Akasha and you move forward. But I have to stress this. You have to do the work. It just can't be me. It just can't be me or my twin or other high priestesses that saw this. You guys have to help us. We did a lot of work. It almost killed me to carry that magic in my body. That's another reason why they were trying to make me sick and trying to make me tired and stuff like that, because we anchor that. Now I can get another body with water, a type of agua senti. It's Spanish magic. I make another body for myself, and then that body is connected to a universal database. And then I can carry all that magic there, and then I don't have to carry it in my body. I earn that Akasha. Why? By cleaning up the water, picking up rose petals, cleaning up the UC flower garden, educating different people, exposing Incas, doing all these different things that God asked me to do. And that's how I got all this. Now I can profit off of it. And this is where the white man comes in. And they think that they're going to make money off of the work that we did spiritually. Why would you go when you're feeding children feces? Oh, I want an Akasha to play on the internet. So I get these flowers, wrap them in feces, and then feed it to brown and black children. And then I take their octopus or I take their functions, and now I can code. That's what the fuck you guys promoted by playing with me like that. That's exactly what the fuck is going on every day. And that's exactly what Biden, his son, got charged for, because they found his DNA with some of these children, and they found a room filled with kids, and they raided that place. This is very serious, and I'm just going to end it right there. With anybody that continues to be involved in that, and you think it's cute, you think it's funny, and you're ignoring it, you're going to end up suffering the worst type of suffering. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's it. Good luck with everything. Bye.